Hi everybody, I'm Alessandro Camisa and welcome back to the Dolce Far Niente. After double steps from Apulia and Idra Valley, today we are in Peninsula Sorrentina and Amalfi coast. There are houses whose stories are measured in seasons and houses whose stories are measured in centuries. Villaserini belongs to the second fraternity. The first opened as shutters in 1830, when Count Cesare Rimbotti, a diplomat of whispered influence, and his young bride Maria Vittoria Colonna, distant cousin of the Roman poet who conversed with Michelangelo, decided to crown the Salon of Naples could no longer sustain their imagination. They purchased 6 hectares of cliffside farmland overlooking the Gulf of Sorrento and set about creating a private kingdom where sea, citrus and civilization would be held to no equal harmony. Nearly 2 centuries later, Villaserini remains in the family, although the present generation has opened the gates to travelers who, like the Rimbotti Colonna lineage, understand that the greatest luxury is time lived with intention. What follows is not an inventory, it is an invitation to step through the green, wrought iron portal, to taste the salt, to feel the past breathe softly against your skin. Your arrival begins not with the driveway, but with the half-hidden lane where the lemon trees lean over crumbling stone walls and scatter the blossoms of the cobbles. A discreet plank, as in the gilt script, marks the tree's old. Beyond it, the temperature drops by several degrees as pergolas of wisteria weave the shaded tunnel. You will smell figs, peppery and sweet. You will hear fountains that cannot yet be seen. At last, 3 parts, and you find yourself in front of a symmetrical facade, whose proportions read like a sonnet, 5 bays, 3 levels, and a loggia that frames the horizon between 2 Doric pillars. The front door stands open. It always has a caretaker tells you, unless a storm declares. Otherwise, the cross and the threshold, and the note how your footstep shift from the gravel to cool the terracotta. The vestibule receives you with the measured silence of an opera house before the overture. Somewhere nearby a clock ticks, slowly and confidentially. The villa yields to the 6 hectares of cultivated wildness, closest to the house of the landscaping in geometric, clipped meter hedge, symmetry of cypress, stone bust of the Roman emperors half hidden by rosemary. Further down the slope, geometry relinquishes into the grip. You will wander terraces where palms converse with the winds, where plumbago clings to ruinous pergolas, where bougainvillea riots against white stucco. The council-centric planting have matured in an ecosystem that seems both deliberate and spontaneous, like a jet's improvisation that never strays from melody. Follow a gravel path and you will hear water before you see it. A hush overflow, a percussion of droplets. The swimming pool appears straddling a heart in the sky. Its wooden floor depicts the mythical sirens who once guarded the gully. Their tails shimmer beneath the surface like whispers. Langurs, decayed in the cream linen, await you. But perhaps You will sprawl instead on the expanse of lawn, where desires grow with agreeable disobedience. Beyond the pool, a flight of rough-hewn steps descends in a citrus dell where hammocks sway and the pools of cicadas blur the afternoon. On the ground floor, the eat-in kitchen celebrates the coastal heritage. Vaulted ceiling, walls dressed in hand-sponged aquamarine stucco, and an antique matte terracotta floor whose warm patina tells a century of stories. Double doors glide open into the main salon, where the cobalt and the lemon upholstery mirrors local ceramics. Beyond the veranda loggia stretches into the Mediterranean garden, inviting long family lunches or candlelight dinners with friends and protected by fragrant jasmine and the hush of palms. Beyond the 6 en-suite, bedrooms unfurl across 2 stories like chapters in illuminated manuscript, hand-cut Vietri tiles, some sun yellow, other cobalt sprinkled with the marine greens flow beneath your feet, their gloss reflecting candle sconces cast in a varnished brass. Its chamber hides its own signature, a marquetry escritoire here, a Murano glass chandelier there, or a carved cedar trunk once used to store laundry linen. 4 of the rooms open onto a private stone terraces trimmed with wrought iron balustrades, where dawn reveals the Galli Islands like onyx silhouettes and night delivers constellations mirrored in the Tyrrhenian below. Together, these details fuse color, craft and classic proportion into intimate stage sets for the dreaming. Imagine your final dawn. Luggage waits discreetly by the door, muted against the ancient stone. Outside, the sky glows opaline, the Tyrrhenian lies unruffled. In the garden, a lone cicada tunes its overture. You realize that while you arrived a guest, you depart a curator of memory. You depart, Villaserini remains, sentinel of the Tyrrhenian, guardian of the gardens, where exotic converse with the native, testament to a family who knew beauty is not a verb and not a noun. The gate swings shut, soft as turned page, and the story awaits the next reader. Beneath the Camisa Villa's crest, in a single line glows, it feels like home, only better. Thank you very much to join this episode in the Amalfi Coast Sorrento Peninsula, and see you in the next one.